You guys remember my Shadow of the Colossus review? I think it's time. What up everyone, I am HAVOC and it's time for another anime review. This time around we're doing one that I have a kinda complicated history with, and that is Attack on Titan. So far anyway, because Season 4, Part 3, starts today. Side note, I'm not a big fan of how this is being handled. Just say it's Season 6 for God's sakes. But I get it, the final season sounds a lot more marketable. Even if it is stretched out, bordering on unnecessary. But I digress. So, storytelling. I first watched Attack on Titan when the anime first came out back in 2013. 10 years ago. Jesus. And I was hooked. The animation, the story, the music. My god, the music. There are a few soundtracks that evoke what Attack on Titan goes for. And it is one of few anime where I actually watched the sub first, given that what was made available to us at the time. The dub didn't come out until a year or so later. And when it did come out, I was pleased, up until a very teensy little detail. At first anyway, because the more I watched of the dub, the roars aren't really that bad. I still think some are hit or miss. Now after the first season, it was a long wait until Season 2 finally came out. And in that time, I admittedly dropped out of it. I never had the chance to get back into it. And from what I heard about Season 2 and Season 3, it was not that great. That being said, they were described to me very poorly, because after actually watching them all the way through, I thoroughly enjoyed them. I do have my fair share of issues with it though, so let's talk about it. Attack on Titan tells the story of humanity living life inside a series of walls, driven to near extinction by the Titans, huge humanoid monsters bent on nothing but endless hunger. Humanity thought the walls brought them safety, but everything changed when the colossal Titan kicked a hole through the outermost wall, Walmaria, into Shiganshina, where our protagonists, Eren Yeager, Mikasa Ackerman, and Armin Arlert lived as children. Then the Armored Titan charged through the second gate of Walmaria, letting the Titans into humanity's home. And Eren, watching a Titan eat his mother, vows vengeance on the monsters.
Kill them all! Every last one!
Him, Mikasa, and Armin then work to become scouts to go outside the walls and kill the Titans, and on the way, they learn many things about them and humanity as well. The story revolves around these events, offering a very complicated, very compelling commentary on freedom, camaraderie, vengeance, and sacrifice. It starts out pretty straightforward, but as it goes on, more and more mystery becomes involved. It only really gets dicey until maybe halfway through Season 2 and into Season 3, when a lot of secrets are revealed that only offer more questions. Which they do eventually explain, and I will admit, it can get confusing. But being a Metal Gear fan, this is nothing new to someone like me. Not to sound elitist or anything. Anyway, what Attack on Titan does very well is offering different points of view that while at first seems jarringly conflicting, they are actually more similar when realized. Not only that, but the show has a wide cast of characters to fall in love with. As mentioned before, you got Eren, the hot-headed protagonist, who undergoes a huge character arc, especially come Season 3 and into 4. Mikasa, Eren's badass protector and sister-like figure who is an absolute unit on the battlefield, and is not bad on the eyes either. In case you haven't noticed, she's my favorite. Armin, the smarts of the trio, who yearns to see the outside world just as much as Eren. Reiner, the admirable big brother figure. Sasha, the hilarious glutton and a total sweetheart. We love our potato girl. Krista, aka Historia, the goddess-like girl who's always looking out for others. Jean, the arrogant and equally hot-headed friendly rival to Eren. Connie, the idiot and class clown of the group. Annie, the stoic, cynical standout. Hanji, the hilarious mad scientist with a heart of gold. Levi, the take no shit from anyone badass. Erwin, the unorthodox leader. And the list goes on. The show is jam-packed with characters to take a liking to and identify with, and the conflicts they face really flesh them out as well. There is more I could say, but that'd be treading dangerously into spoiler territory. The characters aside, the animation. My god, the animation. Seasons 1 through 3 were animated by Studio Wit, while Season 4 swapped out for MAPPA. Which do I like better, you may ask? Depends on the situation. I like how Wit uses more conventional 2D hand-drawn animation, while MAPPA uses more of that pseudo 3D CGI you see a lot nowadays. But it's thankfully not near as abundant as, say, Berserk 2016 or Knights of Sidonia. Ugh. So that being said, I prefer Wit's medium, but MAPPA's style, if that makes sense. For example, look at Mikasa. Wit has her look more anime-ish, while MAPPA shifts to look more akin to Hajime Izuyama style, the creator of the series. And my god, MAPPA does Mikasa some serious favors. Just look at this beauty. No. I know when to admit something's overdone. But yes, I am indeed down bad for Mikasa. Fight me. But can you blame me? But yeah, both animation styles are really beautiful. It really just comes down to preference. Now, as mentioned before, the anime has a spectacular soundtrack. The music is epic, emotional, badass. Composer Hiroyuki Sawano really did a number with this. Each song beautifully accompanies whatever is going on. Whether it evoked the total dread and fear of the Titans, the heroics of the Scouts, or the badass action pieces accompanied by fully lyricized songs, complete with electric guitars, and even some rap. The show has it all for diversity of sound. I've spent hours writing or drawing my own stuff listening to the Attack on Titan soundtrack. It is that good and inspirational, and the opening and ending songs throughout the seasons, iconic. The one I'm sure everyone knows is Guren no Yumiya, the intro of the first season. And while the other seasons are noteworthy, my personal favorite is the rumbling from season 4, which if I were to put into 3 words,
pure, unadulterated, badass.
That bass line though. Anyway, Attack on Titan is, and rightfully so, one of the best anime to come out in recent years. While it does have some lows, mainly in the complexity of its story and some pacing flaws, especially in Season 2 and 3, it is still a great watch. Now for the rating. Since we are doing the story so far, I'll rapid fire rate the seasons, then give a general rating. Season 1, where it all started and set the stage, gets a gallant rating of 8 out of 10. Season 2, the weakest of them in my opinion, given that it only had 12 episodes, gets a gallant rating of 6 out of 10. Season 3, where the greater scheme of things comes into the picture, gets a gallant rating of 7 out of 10. I'm also going to break down the first 2 parts of Season 4. The first half gets a gallant rating of 7 out of 10, while the second gets a gallant rating of 8 out of 10. So, factoring it all together, that is why I am giving Attack on Titan, so far, a gallant rating of 8 out of 10.
That is delightful to hear! You're gonna be a great light snack for him! Row 3, about face, runt!
It is definitely somewhere in my top 10 favorite anime, and I can't wait to see how it ends. Will it be any different than the manga? We'll have to see. I will do a review on the final season when it comes out. When it's all out and done. Anyway, folks, I am Gallant Havoc. Wreak some havoc, give your hearts to the cause. Did I really just do that?
If I lose it all